Hello again, World Cup Spy comes to you from the Tottenham training ground today. It's the home of the manager who is now surely the only choice to take over from England boss Fabio Capello, with the only other serious candidate, Roy Hodgson, about to join Liverpool on a £3 million a year deal. That news is set to be confirmed today, according to our man in Liverpool. But as for England, the fans want Harry Redknapp, and Redknapp himself has admitted that he would take the job. Whether Spurs would let him go, however, is another story. His current contract has a year and 4 months on it to run, and after leading Spurs to the Champions League in his first full season in charge, the club really do want to keep him. What do you think? Is Redknapp the right man to take over as England coach, or is there someone else who can do the business for this country? If you're a Spurs fan, should the club tie him down to a new deal, or should they let him go and run the country? Get in touch, you know how to do it by now. spy@mirror.co.uk or post on YouTube. Now we'll get to some of your messages in a while, but first of all, let's get some transfers in. We're in the right place for this one because the agent of the Roma striker Giulio Baptista is expected in London this week for talks with Spurs. Maybe if we hang around long enough, we'll see him turn up here. Lots of reports suggesting Arsenal are understood to have agreed terms with Lorient, the French club, for the 24-year-old centre-back Laurent Koscielny. The Mail say that Real Madrid want to conclude their summer transfer business with big money moves for Steven Gerrard at Liverpool and Ashley Cole at Chelsea. Sol Campbell's travelled to Celtic's training ground to hold talks over a move. Colombian goalkeeper Christian Bonilla says on SkySports.com that he wants to sign for Manchester City. Wigan have confirmed that they've completed the signing of the striker Mauro Baselli from Estudiantes. The Mail said that Arsenal want to sign the striker Eduardo with Marouane Chamakh now at the Gunners, and Birmingham have put a £6 million bid in for the Fulham striker Bobby Zamora, with Roy Hodgson gone. And just ending with Spurs, they've denied claims from the Italian club Palermo that they've bid €35 million, £28 million for the Palermo duo Simon Kjær, he's a defender, and the striker Edison Cavani. Now, Fabio Capello won't stand down and walk away from his £6 million a year job, but another coach has, at the World Cup, had the decency to take responsibility with his country out of the competition. The Japan coach Takeshi Okada has taken responsibility after their heartbreaking penalty defeat to Paraguay yesterday. He joins the likes of Sven, Paul Le Guen, who stepped down as the coach of Cameroon, and Otto Rehhagel, who quit as the Greece coach last week. As we already know, the French coach Raymond Domenech will be replaced by Laurent Blanc after this competition. Capello getting a bit of support in the papers today from a couple of FA men, but he's lost the support of the players and the nation. Is he now going to do the decent thing?
I am Norbert.
I'm Sean.
I'm Mark.
And you're watching World Cup Spy.
Now England may be out of the World Cup, but the party continues out in South Africa with some awesome quarter-finals coming up this weekend, the pick of which are Brazil against Holland and Germany against Argentina. Who do you think is going to win it from here? Remember, in the other two quarters, Uruguay play Ghana, and Spain, impressive for me last night, play Paraguay. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup now? Get in touch and let me know at World Cup Spy. Time for your messages, and lots of you still with views on England. CS Chang says here, at the end of the day, having big name players doesn't necessarily win you tournaments. They need to bring in younger players who can run and actually look as though they want to play for their country. More players like Milner, get players like Terry and Barry out, his words, because they can't keep up with the pace of international football. Chandler Bing Bong describes England players as spineless for not facing the fans yesterday. Simon V thinks England should throw in a couple of youngsters as well. Lots of you agreeing with those sentiments. And just away from England, Stimmy says here that Manchester United should sign Joe Cole whatever his wage demands. Well, Stimmy, I can tell you two things. First of all, the talks are broken down because Joe Cole is understood to have asked for too much in wages. Also, there's news coming from Italy that AC Milan very interested in him. That's in the papers today. But Man United got a wage structure that they don't want to break.
Hi, I'm Colleen.
And I'm Simone. And you're watching World Cup Spy. Woo!
had quite a few emails suggesting that lots of you are fed up with England and you want to lighten the mood. So we'll start to do that over the next couple of days. And to start off, I want you to tell me your moment of the tournament so far. I've got two. The first with Carlos Tevez' sensational second goal against Mexico last Sunday night. Quite a sensational strike. But the other was actually before the tournament began, when Benny McCarthy was sent home from the South Africa squad for being too fat. And as he left, a fan held a placard up outside saying, "Benny McCarthy ate my lunch." Let me know what your moment of the tournament has been so far. World Cup Spies back with you tomorrow. I'll see you then.